This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Week in Review on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and with me today, of course, is the one and only, the Rooster Dave Bob. How are you doing, brother?
Doing good. How's everybody out there doing? Good.
That's
Friday
right.
morning.
Good morning, guys. Greetings. Daryl the Derelict, Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches, Louis Sparrow. Good morning. Brad and Looney Tunes Fan 2000. Project Storytime. Brian Dawes. Good morning, Brian. Dean Krantz says gets me every time. I never have my volume low enough for that opening.
It does kind of get out there, doesn't it?
Gun Bunny, good morning. Gun Bunny, how are you doing? How are you doing? Adega Outlaw, the mad doctor of disaster and destruction, is here. Ladies and gentlemen, the wordsmith, Adega Outlaw. Good morning, Adega. DJ Ronnie G, how are you doing, brother? Dr. Dragon, good morning, Dr. Dragon. Pat S, good morning, Pat S. Pat asked me if I was up. Did you stay up playing new video games last time? I said, no, I was having a talk with my girls. They make me laugh. They absolutely, positively make me laugh. They are two little devils. Absolutely. He said, even nicer. Indeed. So how is everybody doing? It's Friday. Yeah. Oh, we got through the week. It is Friday.
Time to break out the bottle.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Tonight, guys, just an update. Tonight is the return of The Late Show with Stone Loki and Mexican Iron Man. So we're going to be doing The Late Show tonight, 10 p.m. CST. That is Central Standard Time. 10 p.m. We're going to kick it off. I don't know who we're going to have as guests. That's all up to Mexican Iron Man, but we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a hell of a good time. So, I went to, God, where was I going? I think I was going to the store or something. I stopped to get gas, and gas was $4.50 a gallon.
Yep. And there's no place for it to go but up.
That's absolutely insane. And I was thinking, things haven't been this bad since like 2013, 2014.
Yes, it's been 8-9 years. It's been a long time. It's just consequences of poor decisions made by people in power.
I thought we had a pipeline to cover this.
Well, we did at one time, but the first thing someone did when they got in office was cancel it.
Oh, shit. The tangled web we weave of mistakes. $6 last time I was at the pump. Jesus, Soul Assassin, $6.
In California, it's ridiculously expensive. I've seen prices over there up in the high sixes.
Well, when
over the whole country, before it's over with, mark my words, gas is going to be up around $9 to $10 a gallon at the rate things are going. You cannot unilaterally cut off production in your country and expect it not to rise. It was going up before the European thing started happening, and that just was kind of the nail in the coffin.
$6. It's just crazy. $4.27 for Mark Dampingly Tired. I remember premium super costing $6. I remember super costing $6. I think that's the highest it got was $6 in the area I was in, which was Gainesville at the time. So that's the highest it got was $6 because it was costing me about $60 to put 10 gallons into my charger. And that sucked because that was gone pretty damn quick. City driving, that was gone really quick.
Yeah. Well,
if I jumped on the freeway or something, I'd get 18 miles to the gallon. But if I was driving around town, no, it was more like 11.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons when I moved to Houston in 2013, I bought a very small car, a little Nissan Sentra, and that thing got like 35 miles to the gallon. And it was nice not being able to have to fill up as often, and also not to have to put as much in there.
So on entertainment news, did you see that Stacey Abrams is president of Earth in Star Trek Discovery?
Yeah. And not only was she president of Earth, she probably could have covered the Earth in that moo-moo.
It's funny when that is funny. That is funny. But this is also funny when people say that Star Trek's never been political and they get 9 kinds of shit about it. What a lot of people are saying is they've never used the show as a political platform. Basically buying for specific political ideologies. Yes, the show has been political in the past. Going back to the original series. The original series was somewhat political. However, it was not used as a platform for a specific political ideology, which it is being used for now.
Yep. That's the difference. It's not just, that they're trying to make a political point. They're trying to make a political point for a certain party, which is not cool at all.
Arwen Avalon is here. The lady Arwen Avalon says, ew, I came in on Stacey Abrams. Good morning, Arwen.
I torture myself. I really do. I have watched every episode of Star Trek Discovery, and I even went back, and last week I couldn't watch the one episode of Picard. I forced myself to go back and finish watching it, and I also watched the one from yesterday. And I will tell you one thing. It is not getting any better.
Soul Assassin says, Stacey Abrams isn't the president of the Earth. She just refused to accept defeat for that election. I believe it. And they can't move her. Yep. They can't move her out because,
when she puts her foot down, that's where she's going to stay.
I think Gary over at Nerdrotic said she is the Vulcan planet Nevar.
Yeah, he said she was planet Vulcan, Navarre.
Navarre. Dean Krantz, if Hollywood thinks our nation is istist, try going to Europe or Asia and finding people that would vote for Abrams.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, it's getting ridiculous. You can't even comedians can't do anything anymore. Just it's everybody is so sensitive now. You can't hurt anybody's fifis. They're all snowflakes. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm a blowtorch, so snowflakes ain't gonna last long around me.
You identify as a blowtorch?
Yes.
There you go. Dave Bob, getting with the times, identifies as a blowtorch. Project Storytime says, I love the troll job on Stacey Abrams. She's in charge of the hateful, xenophobic, and mind-numbingly stupid Federation. Yes, absolutely. She is. When we first saw this Federation, they were xenophobic, they were hateful, they had closed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. Yes.
And she's the president of Earth, which was one of the most xenophobic. They had people that were on Titan that they thought were aliens, and they were just killing them off without even talking to them.
Yes. Yep. Larry, kneel before Zod.
Huh.
Arwen Avalon, yes. Stacey Abrams is a former House representative for the state of Georgia. No, Luis. No, she's not an actress. She's a political figure.
They put her on there strictly to promote her in the elections in Georgia.
Yeah, Arwen Avalon and Stacey Abrams do not share the same Georgia peach. It's a good thing.
Yeah. She probably ate all the peaches anyway.
Yeah,
all the peach cobbler in Georgia is gone.
Yeah, they're putting American politics in it. Well, they've been putting American politics in it the last, since they started Discovery.
Oh, yeah.
And Picard. God, what good a shit show. There's a review of Picard that Canuck and I did yesterday for episode 3. You want to talk about the biggest shit show of shit shows. The most mind-numbingly stupid Star Trek. The shit that does not make sense. Even if you put it in a blender, there is no fixing any of this. Picard is trash. Discovery is trash. Lower Decks is trash. The Voyager Nickelodeon cartoon with Janeway, trash. I just cannot wrap my mind around how these people are getting away at Paramount with the executives, how these people are getting away with this shit. And it's been allowed to continue.
They're stuffing a lot of liberal politics into Picard on this last episode too, just to give you a heads up. The time is supposed to be set in 2024.
It is set in 2024. We had a immigration raid.
Of nothing but white guys
in LA at a free clinic.
Yep.
An immigration raid in Los Angeles at a free clinic. DJ Ronnie G says, my coworkers tell me to give Star Trek Picard another chance because of something.
Yeah. Something.
This was written fully expecting Orange Man Bad to be in office. This was written fully expecting Orange Man Bad to still be in office and filmed like that as well.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you have to watch to experience just to see the political angle of it. And they're not even hiding it anymore. They are full on just embracing just full leftist policy.
Keely Chow asked, when did the Bell riots happen? They're supposed to be happening now. They're supposed to be happening in 2024.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's not happening. They've they've rewritten history yet again. But then again, the eugenics wars in World War III was supposed to happen in the 1990s.
Yep.
So,
and when they came in and they did the scan of planet Earth, they didn't know what time they were because their chronographs were off, and they just said, well, just from the atmosphere and the hydrocarbons and this and that, it's got to be the right time. Now, how can you say that? One period of time in a period of dozens and dozens and dozens or whatever of years, and you just happen to hit it right on the nose, and that because of the hydrocarbons in the air.
Yeah. And now the planet's almost on its knees. The planet's almost dying.
Yeah. Seven makes the comment that it's dying, and she doesn't understand how, they can do that, and this and whatnot.
Pat S. said, I missed it. I just checked. I'm unsub from Rambling Canuck. Yesterday was ass. Check your subscriptions, folks. Please, guys, check and see and make sure if you're subscribed still.
Yeah.
I normally don't ask that. I'm normally not a stickler about that. I'm normally not, subscribe. But please check your subscription just in case you're unsubscribed.
Yeah, that's something YouTube's been doing a lot more frequently lately. So
yeah.
Keep an eye on your subs.
Yeah. And the subscription gain and the subscription fallout are back and forth and all over the map. So Mark the Impingly Tired, 1996 was when the eugenics wars started. Yes.
That's Absolutely. the thing about science fiction shows, futuristic shows. When the year gets to whatever year that they predict something's going to happen, and it's not there. It's it's just the way science fiction works.
Chris Persia, Loki, it feels to me that the latest episode of Picard was written as a warning to inspire what little viewers Paramount still has to vote against the Orange Man. That's what this whole season's going to be about.
It's because they, like Loki said earlier, they fully expected him to still be in office when all this was written.
Yes, they absolutely did. And right here, what Project Storytime says, that is exactly right. Picard travels back in time to complain how terrible life is, and they go to Biden's America. Seems strangely appropriate. They weren't expecting it to be Biden's America.
Nope.
They were fully expecting this to be under Orange Man bad, and they didn't get what they paid for. So
they didn't. They underestimated the Democrats' deviousness.
And Darius Munchausen right here, Voyager crew went to LA in the 1990s and forgot about the eugenics wars. But like we said yesterday, that never happened. And that's exactly true. Yep. The Voyager episode where they go back to into LA in the 1990s got completely wiped out by the time traveler that they saved. All that got put back the way it was supposed to be, and Voyager was never recorded in low orbit or any of that stuff.
Yeah, the computer chips that we were not supposed to have been able to make were what vaulted humanity into the stratosphere, according to that episode.
That shows how stupid the writers are. They could have checked the position of the planets and known the exact year. That has been used by the best and worst sci-fi shows. Absolutely.
Yep.
But they've got to be, them. They have to be them.
Well, their Borg queen was down, and she was the only one that knew anything.
Mark the Emily Tired says, Loki, I was fully expecting Rappy to slip and go back to her bad habits when she hit downtown LA. Oh, yeah. Because she beamed right into like a homeless area, ghetto homeless area. And yeah, I fully expected, Mama needs this. Mama needs some good stuff. Mama needs a boost. Mama. Yeah.
So what do? They let the two women come in very close to each other, and what do they do with the man? Of course, he is I guess, Spanish male, and so they make him materialize 15 foot in the air and fall down and get all busted up. So he will have to go to a free clinic.
Punk Waddle. Good morning, Punk Waddle. He says, good morning, Loki and friends. Good morning, buddy. This is just, it's just,
blatantly political. Yes. I mean, it's blatant.
Yep. It's right in your face. We're going to use this as a platform to push our ideology. And this is why people do not watch Star Trek anymore. Because it's not about fun. It's not about science. It's not about adventure. It is about, that.
So. And Patrick Stewart, he is so feeble. Even when he talks, he sounds like, I really feel sorry for him. I mean, I don't even know how he's getting around. He can barely move.
I don't know. I really don't.
But on to other things.
Indeed. What do you know about Doom, Dave Bob? The video game Doom. We played it on the channel.
Yeah. They're saying that it's sexist because
it doesn't have any in the game. Yeah. No sex, no women. Yes, you heard that right. Doom Eternal, the one of the greatest Doom games of all time. One of the funnest Doom games of all time. One I will go back and play over and over and over to no end is an Yahtzee game because it has no sex and no women and no trans women.
People. And no sex.
So, in Doom Eternal, the one human female character is an invisible cheerleader lusting after their protagonist while enforcing traditional gender roles. Says Ward, who wrote this a year ago and just had it updated. She might as well be an uneducated housewife kissing her husband on the cheek before he marches off to war. Maybe women don't want that. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'm sure that this was pulled directly out of their ass because they probably can't play the game. It's too hard for them. Even on the most easiest of modes, they die. They just can't play the game. He continues from a traditional standpoint, heavily regulated sex objects, attempts to adopt the same position for female characters are generally sexualized for men. At the very least, ID Software can make the protagonist optionally female, but they didn't, which they shouldn't because he's called the Doom guy, not the Doom chick, the Doom girl, the Doom woman. He is the Doom guy.
Yeah,
this is not a story about a chick.
He's not the Doom, whatever gender I think I am.
They went out of their way to exclude women from any powerful role in-game except the Khan's role of archaic mother, a type of patriarchal boogeyman for the hero to slay, thus preserve, maintain order. She's pretty much like God, so I don't see how you can say that they excluded women from any powerful role in-game when she's pretty much like God in the game.
This article was actually written 2 years ago, and it's just now they're just now kind of it's surfacing. I think they even rewrote it about a year after they wrote it the first time. So this is all back in the very height of the woke period.
Is Doom Eternal explicitly political? No. But politics and popular media are seldom directly linked in America. That's bullshit. Over the last, I'd say 6-7 years, yes, it has been. Especially in gaming and in movies. Anything they can get their hands on and change, they are getting their hands on and changing. because they do not want the original around. They want to insert their bullshit and say it's ours now.
The thing, the thing about it is if you're going to be political, don't be biasly political on anything, and that's pretty much the way their political stuff to one side or another. And I don't care which side it is, right, left, or whatever. You don't, if you're going to use politics, at least use it across the board.
Pat S. says, Loki, I'm positive the brain monster from the higher levels is a female. I dated her in graduate school. Oh, shit. Pat S., thank you, brother.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good there.
Didn't they make a Doom movie with a female lead? Yes.
Yes.
They did. And no one knows about it. They know about the one with The Rock, but they don't know about the second movie. Almost no one knows they made a second movie.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of like...
Straight to DVD.
Yeah. It's going to be kind of like the new Halo movie that's going to be... series that's going to be coming out. Oh, that's going to be a train wreck.
Nothing says politics like chainsawing a demon in half.
Yep. Or taking a BFG and blowing them to smithereens.
That's right. And this brings up another thing I wanted to talk about this morning is Dean Krantz. They made a second Doom movie. Yeah. Yeah. It's straight to DVD.
Yeah, it was never... I don't even think it was on streaming services other than just, maybe the CW.
So there's this content creator, and I've been looking at doing a video specifically because he said he will sue anyone that takes his reviews his content, and I'm like, you know what? I'd love to buck the tiger. So I've got a copy of his little rant that I'm gonna go over. And I'm gonna use his shit in the review of this guy. He says that games need to be tailored to everyone.
You can't tailor games to everyone.
That if a game is not tailored to everyone, they should not be made. Those are his exact words.
Well, then games will not be made.
And the argument that has been going around the campfire is if you do something like that, you're going to have, like people that love Doom, the next Doom is going to be like Angry Birds. Do you want Doom to be like fucking Angry Birds? Do you want Diablo to be like Halo? Do you want your JRPGs? Do you want a Final Fantasy game that is like Candy Crush? No. No, you don't. You don't want that. You don't want anything like that. It's the last thing you want is all games to be open to everybody. Exactly the same. Just because some poor son of a bitch can't play Elden Ring.
Yeah, God of War going to be like Zelda. What's going to happen?
Games don't need to be for everybody. They need to be tailored to the audience they were made for.
Yes.
And that's the problem. That is the problem today, is you've got people trying to make something for everyone instead of making it for the people that have been there, that have loved the product, that have supported the product from day one. And suddenly there needs to be a dramatic shift. And it needs to be all the same, just like everything else.
Yep. They want to suck the joy out of everything. Just suck it out. And what they get with the product is it sucks.
And yes, Mags, F that. Punkwater said that means we get no games. He wants a global gaming monopoly, the same game with different customizable skins. He's a whiny little bitch that can't get past things in Elden Ring. So he's whining and crying. And he's trying to say his excuse is games need to be made for everyone or they don't need to be made. He's whining and crying. This is a game reviewer. This is a video game reviewer that's whining and crying that Elden Rings doesn't have an easier setting.
That's just being a punk ass.
And this is the problem. This is the problem today with gaming. It's people like this. Soul Assassin, get good. That's like saying Heil the bad man. Soul Assassin now. If you tell a reviewer, you know what, get good, you're an ist-ob Yahtzee because you said that. That's the way they treat you. Get good. You're gatekeeping. You're a horrible person. You're an ist-ob and a Yahtzee because you gatekeep.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, people better start doing some more gatekeeping or we're going to lose everything. We've already lost so much. How much more can we lose?
Yep. And the Dega Outlaw, they have a deep-seated fear of individualism. Standing alone terrifies them. Hence, they kneel as a group. Or games who have no characters at all are a totally blank slate character like the Greendale human being from... Yes, that's what they want. They want... Yes. That's no reviewer. That's an activist role-playing as an adult. Play another game. Yeah. It's exactly right. Play another game.
I'm sure there are all kinds of people out there playing games that don't like this particular franchise or another, and find something you like and go from there. You don't have to just crap on everything because that one game kicks your ass.
That's right. And Chris Persia asks, Loki, is he a proper reviewer or is he like Frost, plays for 15 minutes, then has somebody else write the review for them to read? No, he plays. Here's the thing, guys, and this is why I do not do hardcore game reviews on my channel. I have put 2 hours so far, around 2 hours into Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy. I will not do a review of a game that I have not finished and played to its completion. That may take me 2 or 3 weeks. It may take me a month. By then, I'm already on to something else. I don't get to sit around and play video games all day. It'd be nice if I could, but I don't get to sit around and play video games all day. If I did, I could have that all wrapped up in a nice little bow already, and it'd be done. I do not want to review a game that I have not played to its completion. But you can tell I'm having fun with it. I was having fun with it last night. I was having fun with it or the night before last. I was having fun with it. I enjoyed it. I can tell you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that insight into it. But I can't tell you whether it's a great game or not until I played it. I played it all. I'm not the kind of person that's going to play something for 15 minutes and then just be like, oh, I'm going to go do this or that. Pat S. says this stupidity started years ago when they said video games started being marked to boys only. The truth, in the early 80s, the boys' toy section had more available space.
Yep. And what a turnaround over at G4. From not being easy on the eyes to somebody in a ball pit.
And Brightest Day says, I've seen people beat Elden Ring bosses with starting equipment at level 1. The problem is them.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not a big Souls fan. I've got them. I've got all the games. I played them all. I'm not a huge Souls fan. I'm playing Final Fantasy anyway. It's okay to admit that. It's okay to admit that and say, I am not the best at those games.
Yep, I'm going to be the first to say I'm not a gamer. I really don't game anymore. I was gaming back in the 90s and up until around a little after 2000. And then after that, as you get older, your reflexes aren't as good and your eyesight isn't as good. And, you just kind of slow down.
Dean Krantz says, in one of my favorite books, the main characters set up a trap for reviewers. All they had to do was understand their topic, and they would not have walked into the trap.
Yep.
And Brightest Day says, it's my first Souls game. I rage quit, then came back, and now I love it. I did that with Neo. Souls was okay. I've got all three of the first Souls games. I played them all. I've got the remaster of 1. Dark Souls, it's they were okay. It was Neo that made me rage quit the first time. Playing Neo, and then Neo 2 even aggravated me even more. But so far, Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise has been enjoyable, and I've liked it, and I haven't gotten that frustrated. But I kind of know what I'm doing. I mean, if you go into Elden Ring and you have never played a game like this, I can understand your frustration. Like Brightest Day, you rage quit and then come back. I totally get that. If you go in knowing what you're getting yourself into. Like, as soon as I heard that Stranger of Paradise was going to be Souls, Team Ninja Souls versus Final Fantasy, I was intrigued and I knew I was going to buy it. But I also knew what I was walking into. I'm not a moron. I knew what I was going to be walking into. And one of the reasons why Final Fantasy is getting so much love from EBN or EGN and all this other shit is because it's got a difficulty setting, which Souls and Elden Ring refuse to give you. You've got a way to make the game easier. It's why it's getting 10 out of 10s and 5 out of 5s and all this shit, is because you've got a way to make it easier if you don't want the challenge. So you can just blast through it. I'm not okay with that, but that's what they decided to do. So that's what the reviewers want. And Daryl the Derelict, if there is no challenge, the game is boring. Yep. That's the thing with me. If I don't find a challenge to it, I'll walk away. I will walk from game. I'll put it down halfway and I'll just be like, I don't really care. And yeah, I want it to be fun. I want it to be challenging. So maybe they should subcontract someone to play the game while they watch. Well, that to me is crazy. Why? See, this is the deal with me. Why do this and get into this if you're not willing to dedicate your time and your skill to playing? I cannot dedicate the time. I'd be doing it all day. I can't dedicate the time. I can dedicate my skill. I can put my skill up and play. A lot of people see me play. A lot of people know, like Doom, I'll tear the shit up. I'll go in like a crazy man. Halo's the same way. I love playing Halo.
I love watching somebody speed play through a game. It's just
Oh yeah, speed runs. I love speed runs. We
Yep.
used to do Final Fantasy 2, Super Nintendo Final Fantasy 2, speed runs back when we were kids. How can you beat the game the fastest? Get through the game the fastest and beat the game. It's learning what to skip and what not to skip, what you have to pick up, what you don't have to pick up, and getting through the dialogue as fast as possible. Magitech Mags says, Loki, it's because they don't want to do the work. They claim to be a gamer, but then don't like the challenge.
That's like, it sounds a lot like what's going on over there at G4. None of them, they say, that they're all just, they can't play all the games, somebody else does it and writes our reviews for us. I mean, what kind of game channel is that if you don't even play the game and you're reporting on it?
Mexican Iron Man with a $10 super chat says, Loki, you are being silly face. The challenge setting is a brilliant idea. For example, in my dating life, the more shots I take, the easier it is for the ladies to attack me like a wounded antelope. It's funny. I sent Mexican Iron Man a picture of an antelope caught in a tree being hunted by a cheetah. I was at the Houston Museum of Science the other day, and they had this African wildlife scene with all, you got your lions over here and your zebras over here, but up in the tree, caught by its neck, was a wounded antelope. And it was being stalked. It was a jaguar. That's what it was. It was a jaguar in a tree. And the jaguar was approaching it like it was going to eat it. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to Mexican Iron Man. And I said, wounded antelope Mexican Iron Man being hunted by the ladies. Thank you so much, Mexican Iron Man, for that $10 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. And since I know you love it, brother, this one is just for you. Skol!
Oh!
Spartans! What is your profession?
Punkwaddle says some people want to bypass all the work just to be the poster child for a generation. They will choose TikTok over Twitch because it's less effort. I agree with that. Oh my God, look how easy this is. We can just totally not even have to do this, so we can just do this. No one works hard. No one wants to work hard. I'm not going to say no one works hard, but I'm going to say that a lot of people do not want to work hard and build something from the ground up anymore. They want to get there the fastest, easiest way possible.
Everybody wants to be a YouTube star out of the gate. Everybody wants to be a Twitch star out of the gate. Everybody wants to be famous without putting in the work. It's just today's mentality.
Yes. Absolutely. And sometimes hard work is what it's all about. Working hard, busting your ass, taking names, kicking ass, chewing bubblegum, even when you don't have any. Because you're all out of bubblegum.
All out of bubblegum.
Oh, what else do we have?
Oh, somebody got out of jail a little sooner than expected.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that. We were going to talk about that earlier. The Frenchman, the convicted actor, the French actor, Jussi Smollett, has been released from jail pending the appeal of his conviction and his 150-day sentence. Now, Jussi got this 150-day sentence because he would not bargain with the prosecution. He adamantly said that he did not do this, that he was innocent, that he had nothing to do with what happened to him setting himself up as, So He's an innocent man, apparently. It was the one-armed man. He did it.
Yeah.
Something I used to say when convicts and offenders, I didn't do it. Oh, it must have been the one-armed man. He did it. Punkwater said, since I was a kid, I knew that show business entertainment is the hardest industries. Stay in the spotlight and stay on top. It's a lot of work to keep up with what's going on around you. Dag Outlaw said, it's been said they wanted to be political writers. Instead, they had to do gaming just to have a job. Yes, that is very much what they are working towards, is being political pundits. And gaming is supposed to be their gateway into that. They're depressed since this is their only vehicle to express their idiotic ideas. Yeah, hoping to become a political correspondent or pundit by doing gaming reviews. This is your foot in the door. Do as my Bash brother says, or we will send you a bag of Mexican Iron Man's new candy, taco truck flavored jelly beans. No. No, absolutely not.
No. Oh, no.
The F of it is, his sentence will be over before his case comes up for appeal. He is officially out of jail. Actually, this time will stop. That time will not continue to run while he is out of jail, so he has not served his sentence yet. So basically, while his appeal is ongoing, his sentence is paused. He's not serving his time yet. Now, if his appeal goes through and it is fruitful, obviously he's not going to serve any jail. But if they strike the case, if they say no, you need to serve your time, then I think he spent 2 days or 3 days in jail. Those 3 days will come off, and that's all I'll do. The problem is that he could have had no jail time if he had made a deal, a plea deal.
All he had to do was plead out, and he could have got out without any sentence at all. But he'd
be on probation right now.
Yeah.
He didn't get what he wanted, and he's throwing a tantrum. This is Juicy's throwing a tantrum. He didn't get what he wanted. He spent the entire time he was there in the psych ward because he was acting like a fruity nutcake. All he had to do was refuse housing. He didn't have to spend the entire time in the psych ward. He's an idiot. And if his lawyers didn't tell him that, his lawyers are idiots. You see, Loki knows something about the prison system. Loki knows that all you have to do is refuse housing, and they will put you in isolation. That's all you have to do. I refuse housing. That's it. That's all you have to do. And you will be put in isolation. You don't have to plead. You don't have to plead insanity. You don't have to act like a psycho. You don't have to do any of the crap that Juicy's doing. All you have to do is refuse housing. And his lawyers should know that. Good morning, X-Wing. How are you doing, my friend?
Like a banta.
Like a banta. Do I still have that? Yes, I do.
You said clipped. I forget I'm on the fucking internet sometimes.
Yes!
Like a banta!
Look at me!
Like a banta! Oh my God. Why? Because you're you, brother, and we love you. GameCube Action Replay is $300. I have one of those. Are you serious? Is it open? Is the Action Replay open? Or is it just still in the box? I still have one of those. If it's just, in the box and it's opened, yeah, sure, I got one of those. Got one for PS2, PlayStation 2. I like doing whatever I want to in a video game. Check out Cheat Happens if you love PC game and you love cheating on PC. CheatHappens.com. So, 2 announcements really quick before we get out of here. We have got The Late Show returning tonight with Mexican Iron Man. So 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be going live tonight with Mexican Iron Man for The Late Show. 2, we have got Mexican Iron Man and I have got a show coming up with Maria Tiantelli. That will be today. I believe it's at 2 p.m. I'm double checking now and making sure it's at 2 p.m. But I'm pretty sure that that it's at 2 today. I'm checking. Guys, I'm scrolling through my Twitter feed and checking. Maria with Tiantelli today at 2, I think. Yes. Maybe. Let's see. Live in 8 hours. So 5 maybe? 5:10. Okay, so 5:10 p.m. Awkward Moments Day. So it'll be Mexican Iron Man and myself for one crazy awkward moment after moment on Tiantelli.
And that is Central Time, right?
That is Central Standard Time. 5 p.m. I mean, because I'm going to actually go to... Oh my God, why is it doing that? I just want to go there. Weird thing. It's like, oh no, we can't share it. Okay, so I'm going to share out the link here. Marie's so nice. She is so nice. There is the link to Maria with Tiantelli. So awkward moment. Yeah, Day Outlaw was doing that last night to all of us. The most awkward moment. Can't beat Adega's. Awkward moments. Pudgy the Hedgehog is here. Fudge. Yes, Fudge, Pudgy. Fudge. Absolutely. Adega set the bar for awkward moments. Yes, he did. Absolutely, he did. Well, guys, we're out of here. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We are out of here. I hope you have a great weekend. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have some crazy stuff that's going on this weekend, but it should be fun. It should be great. It's going to be grand. Take care. Have a great one. See you all tonight with Mexican Iron Man in his return to The Late Show with Stone Loki and Mexican Iron Man. Later, everybody.
Bye.
If I can hit the outro button, I'll be lucky. There we go. Later.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.
Like a bamba!